I'm being petty.
All day, all day, all day. Peace and blessings, family. What's up with all the daydreamers out there? Please live it. Don't slip through this thing. All right, guys, let's go ahead and set the stage, right? So an individual walks down to the front of the congregation and he or she says, I'm requesting prayers. Please pray for me because I'm struggling with my faith. I'm really going through struggle with my faith, right? And that's all the individual says. And so the minister, the elder of the house, bishop of the house, pastor of the house, whatever the case may be, prays for that individual, right? And the whole congregation is in agreement with the prayer that individual finds the strength and that God works in that person's lives and God sends somebody or something to aid that person to help them. And then afterwards, the worship service is over with and everybody or a good little bit of people come up to this individual and they hug on this individual. They tell this individual, hey man, I understand what it's like to struggle with faith. If you ever need anything, just call me. And all these different little things, and it's this great bond of encouragement that is happening for at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes at max, right? I wonder how many of those individuals who have ever gone down and asked and request for prayers have gone home to hear from none of those people again, to struggle with their faith in the four walls of their own home by themselves. That person goes down a second time, probably a couple of months, right afterwards. Let's say 2 months after that, this individual goes down there to ask again for prayers. Hey, just struggling with my faith. Same scene plays out. But this time, on that Sunday afternoon, that individual goes home. And as they're sitting there with the four walls closing in on their mind, they pick up a gun or a knife or OD on some pills and kill themselves. It gets back to the congregation and the thing that is stated, well, why didn't they say anything? Why didn't they tell somebody that it was this serious or this deep? Why didn't they open up their mouths and say exactly what they were struggling with? Why didn't they tell us anything specific? And that's the thing about it, man. Because of our perspective on Christianity and what healthy Christianity actually looks like is messed up. We think because an individual shows up on Sunday morning, midweek Bible study, and occasionally probably showing up for any type of event that might be going on within the congregation, that individual has a healthy relationship with God. Because, hey, they checked in. And that's all you have to do. All you got to do is check in. And when you go down and you say, I'm struggling with my faith, it's not as deep as it seems because you're checking in every week, 2 times a week. Why don't we, as the members of the body of Christ, as Christians, when somebody goes down and asks for prayer, somebody says, I'm struggling with my faith, we just simply say, I understand what it's like to struggle with faith, and I've been there before, and I know what it's like, and we're praying for you. Number one, yes, we all struggle with faith, but not everybody's struggle looks the same. Yes, we've all been there before, but guess what? Your hell is not like my hell. Your struggle is not like my struggle. Your pain is not like my pain. Your ups are not like my ups, and your downs are not like my downs. And when we make the mistake on thinking simply because somebody says, I am struggling with my faith, and we just take it as an opportunity to say, I'll pray for you, and not check on the person and not ask specific, detailed, probing questions, we risk the chance of somebody committing suicide and killing themselves because they very well could be dealing with depression. They could very well be dealing with something that is tormenting them so bad they are willing to blow their brains out and let it splatter across the bathroom floor. And it could have all been avoided if somebody would have just consistently reached out. And I'm just as guilty. I wonder how many souls that I have let burn. I have, and when I say burn, I mean metaphorically. I have let just stray away. And I'm saying this to make a point, and it's not to throw stones at the church. I'm using this as an example, but it's a real example that we need to take heed to. But the individuals you really think are good are not good. The individual who says, yeah, I'm okay, is probably not okay. And here's the kicker. The person that you think is strong, the individual you lean upon for all the encouragement, all the help, all the guidance, they got the right words to say, They got the right timing on how to just come through and all of a sudden bless you and stuff like that. They are seriously in need of somebody else to lean on. And right now in their life, they go home to the four walls. On social media, they look healthy. When they're amongst you laughing and having a great time, they look healthy. They always got the most positive attitude about them when they're around you. But when they go home and those four brick walls and those four walls, that room that they live in, it's closing in on them. And nobody bothered to open up their mouths and say, hey, you all right? What's really going on? Nobody's paying attention because that person just checks in. And as long as we're checking in, we're good. But the minute we don't check in, then all of a sudden the alarms are starting to ring and everybody is all of a sudden starting to panic. And now we're worried. But when that individual was saying, I'm struggling with my faith, we didn't take it serious because, hey, we all struggle with our faith. We all go through something. It's just the normal thing. We're taught that.